ever feel like you're stuck in a cycle of eat, work, sleep, repeat, and no matter how hard you try, something just feels missing? By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer sense of what's been holding you back and how to take the first steps towards a life that feels truly fulfilling. One of the key reasons you might be feeling unfulfilled is how your brain is working. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to get stuck in a cycle of chasing quick wins? Social media likes, binge watching Netflix, or even checking your email for that little burst of excitement. These moments feel good for a second, but they don't last. And that's because it all comes down to dopamine. Dopamine is your brain's feel-good chemical. It's what motivates us to seek rewards and take action. But there's a catch. It's designed to reward the pursuit of pleasure, not the pleasure itself. Dopamine hits are like empty calories. They taste really good for a moment, but they never truly satisfy you. It's like eating an entire bar of chocolate but still feeling hungry. The good news is you have another chemical that does give you that feeling of fulfillment. It's called serotonin, and unlike dopamine, it's not about anticipation or chasing pleasure. Instead, it's linked to feelings of contentment, confidence, and well-being. Here's just 3 small actions you can do today to boost your serotonin and immediately feel more fulfilled. Research shows that expressing gratitude, either by journaling some things you're grateful for or by telling somebody thank you for something, can significantly increase serotonin levels. Sunlight exposure boosts serotonin as well, which is why a simple walk outside can instantly lift your mood. If there isn't much sun where you are, like in the UK in the winter, then you could try taking some vitamin D, which is shown to have similar effects. Building strong relationships and feeling connected to others is one of the most powerful ways to enhance serotonin, and it's a cornerstone of long-term fulfillment. Doing these things will give you a boost of serotonin today, but they don't necessarily get to the root cause of what's leading you to feel unfulfilled. To do that, we need to take a snapshot and look at how your life is working for you right now. Consider where you are on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. His psychological model explains how human motivation works. At the base of the pyramid, we have our most basic needs: food, water, and shelter. Next comes safety, like security and stability. Once these are met, we move on to love and belonging, where relationships and connection become important. Then there's esteem, feeling confident and respected for your abilities. And finally at the top, self-actualization, the ultimate state where we pursue growth, creativity, and living in accordance with our true desires and potential. The problem is, many of us never reach self-actualization. We get stuck chasing lower level needs or external markers of success, like money, status, or approval, because they think they will make us happy. But according to Maslow, real fulfillment comes from living with purpose and continually growing into your best self. So how can we see how we're doing in the self-fulfillment section of the hierarchy? Self-determination theory, developed by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan, says that lasting fulfillment comes when 3 big needs are met. Autonomy, the feeling that you're in control of your life. Competence or mastery, which is feeling capable and skilled at what you do. And relatedness, which is meaningful connection to others. So think about a time when you felt stuck, maybe in a job where every move was micromanaged. That's a lack of autonomy. Or a hobby where no matter how much you tried, you just couldn't seem to get better. That's a gap in competence. And if you've ever felt isolated or lonely, then you know how much relatedness matters. In his book Drive, The Truth About What Motivates Us, Dan Pink builds on this idea and swaps relatedness for purpose, the sense that what you do matters. So here's a quick activity. Think about your life right now. Do you feel free to make your own choices? Are you working on something that challenges and excites you? And are you connected to people who matter? Or are you pursuing a purpose that lights you up? If you said no to any of these, then don't worry, you're not alone. But recognizing what's missing is the first step towards building a more fulfilling life. So write down what small changes you could make to boost your autonomy, your competence, your sense of connection or purpose, because these are the real building blocks of lasting fulfillment, and they're often closer than you think. These models are good for getting a general sense of where that feeling of unfulfillment is coming from, but to figure out specifically where it's coming from in your life, the Wheel of Life activity can help. To complete the Wheel of Life activity, you separate a circle into 9 to 12 sections, and each section represents a key area of your life, things like family, friends, romance, and work. In each area, you rate yourself from 1 to 10, where 1 is terrible and 10 is totally thriving. When you've filled out your wheel, you'll have a holistic view of your life right now. Maybe your career feels on fire, but your health is struggling. There are lots of different versions of the Wheel of Life with different number of sections and different labels for all the categories, but you can go and get mine from my website. The link's in the description below. Take a look at your wheel and think about what's feeling off balance. Is there an area that's holding you back from feeling more fulfilled? Write down 1 or 2 things you can do today to make a change in that area. Maybe you need to prioritise your health more, spend more time with loved ones, or carve out some time for a hobby you've been neglecting. Now that you've got a clear picture of where your life is right now, it's time to dive into something more powerful: your values. Values are the core beliefs and principles that guide all your decisions, your actions, and how you feel about life. When your actions align with your values, life feels fulfilling, but when they don't, it can leave you feeling lost or disconnected. So take a moment to think about what really matters to you. What do you value most in life? Is that family, freedom, personal growth, or creativity? It can be quite hard to come up with this list of values on the spot, but if you follow the link in the description, it will take you to the list of values on my website. Of the 195 values, choose the 10 to 20 that resonate the most with you, then narrow it down further to your top 10, then your top 5, and then your top 3. How does your current life align with these values? Are you able to live in line with them every day? You can refer back to the Wheel of Life to see how these values are reflected in all the different areas of your life. But values are only one way you can figure out what's really important to you. There's another approach we can use, and it might sound a bit morbid, but trust me, this exercise is really powerful. Imagine you're looking back on your life from the end. What would you want people to say about you? What kind of person do you want to be remembered as? At first, this might feel really heavy and a bit weird, but the beauty of this exercise is it forces you to confront what truly matters, not just what seems urgent or expected right now. So take a few minutes to write your own obituary. What's your story? What do you want to be remembered for? How do you want to have impacted the world, your friends, your family, or your community? It doesn't need to be very long. You could just start with a couple of sentences to get you thinking. For example, for me, I might write, Emily Fable lived a life full of curiosity and creativity, always striving to help others find their true purpose and live authentically. As you write, you might notice something interesting. Perhaps you've been prioritising the wrong things, and you've been neglecting things that actually you really want to do. Maybe you want your legacy to be less about your career achievements and more about the positive impact you had on other people. This exercise isn't just about setting goals, it's about aligning your entire life around what you truly care about and what you want your story to be. Sometimes that can mean huge changes like changing careers. For help finding a career that will bring you long-term fulfillment, check out this video here. Like if you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.